Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the little break from reviews. We'll have other breaks built in with different subjects on videos that don't happen to be reviews every video. So I'm trying to work more different variety into my channel, so you'll see a little break in reviews every once in a while. But we are back to reviews today. The product that's going to be reviewed today is a very hot topic, and it is Broadway Limited's Paragon 3 Milwaukee S3. And this is a 484 steam locomotive, MSRP $599.99. And this is Milwaukee Road number 261, as you can see there. Now this is an excursion engine that still runs. And that was also the same engine number that Broadway Limited recorded the sounds for this model on. They actually went on location and recorded the sounds from the real Milwaukee S3 261 that's still in operation. So let's take a look at what you get in this brand new item from Broadway Limited. I hear they're selling out really fast, so you're going to have to really hunt one down if you want one. I wouldn't suggest waiting, but at least you can see what you're getting starting right now. Alright, a quick unboxing is in order, so let's lift the lid for the very first time here. Little note inside. Your new model of the S3 is equipped with a red Mars light. Talks about the use of the Mars light, how to operate on a DCC layout, how to operate on a DC layout. If you really want to read that, you can pause and read more about that. My voice is going to be all over the place, so apologize as this cold kind of settles in. 2-year warranty with BLI. Broadway Limited Imports. Thing about Broadway Limited Imports 2-year warranty is the fact that they you don't see that in the industry. You see 1-year warranties, you don't see 2. Exploded parts diagram of the S3. Both sides, tender and locomotive. Manual. Nearly 30 pages of CVs, DCC commands, functions, etc. And then some more notes about 261. Again, giving you the opportunity to pause if you want to read that. But in the essence of time, let's move on to the locomotive and tender unboxing. One note is that you have a tool here to change out the drivers. You got some traction tires in here, coupler for the front. You also have a funnel, but you will notice there is no smoke. So Broadway Limited said in the past that the smoke they can't ship because of customs issues, but I have read online that some people had some smoke in theirs, enough to run, so we'll see how that is. And this is different. Got some side bracing here, and then lift off the back and out with the locomotive. We'll set that off to the side for a moment. And see if the tender's the same way here. Yep, looks like there's some side bracing. Opening and whatnot. There's the tender. So there you have tender and locomotive. We'll get all this mess cleaned up and we'll start looking at some details of the model. Alright, I'm missing my little pointer because it's been a while since I've done a review. So we'll just use this pen for now and we'll take a look at some detail here. First thing you're going to notice that's a little out of place is this Mars light, but that is actually correct for the S3. You got the bell here, classification lights that are not functional here, LED headlight, 261 number boards go on both sides of the headlight and 261 number board below the headlight here. You've got crew access ladders on both sides, you've got the pilot here on the front. You have a swing down coupler, swings down like that. Pretty cool detail. you can flip it right back up for storage. So you've got down and up like that. Pretty simple. Going along the side, you've got an air horn, which this is equipped with, and you have a smokestack, which it is smoke equipped, builder's plate, crew access walkway and handrails, whistle. A lot of detail here. Look at all the nice side rod detail down there. Side rod detail. You got the trailing truck detail here with 261 on the cab. Cab figures inside. Got a roof vent. It does open and close. Actually reveals, it looks like, let's take a look at that. I think it just has a couple inner workings there, but roof vent opens. Thought it revealed the top of the cab there for a moment there. Inside the cab you can see a little bit of detail. Better if we get some light on it. Shining some light inside, you can see the back head boiler detail. My greasy thumbprint there, rub off. You've got cab figures on both sides. As you can see, you see the connection, which is just multi-pin connection here. I could probably count the pins if I took a moment. And then there's another connection here that connects the tender without just obviously dragging the pins along in the wire harness. You wouldn't want to just drag that along. So it looks like a pretty close coupling. We'll take a look at that later. Got more handrails, grabs, separately applied grabs along the side here, and ladders to the entry of the locomotive there. And then you've got, again, more detail, same on this side, along the locomotive. So pretty nice overall. Very nice locomotive. Thing is a beast in terms of weight. It is die cast through and through, so very, very beastly in weight. Let's take a look at the tender. Tender has some nice coal detail. You got the connection of the harness, the female connection there. You've got this little chute here where they can shovel coal or use the auger to get coal. I don't remember if it's hand shoveled or augered. You've got the tender trucks. You have the Milwaukee, Chicago, Milwaukee, St. Paul, and Pacific logo on the side here. Got water hatches up top, handrails, ladders on the back, rear light, grabs, coupler cut lever on the rear, ladders. Already mentioned the ladders. Can only mention the ladders so many times. But overall, there you have the tender look. Now we're going to do something a little different, and it's an up-close look of the details. Then we'll move on. Got this extreme view, up-close detail. Just going to go along the locomotive here. So close I'm hitting the locomotive almost. Just to let you see all the detail that adorns this thing. And you will see that it is coupled now and connected tender to locomotive. You can see it's fairly close there. I even see some deck plating, safety tread in the cab, which is awesome. Nice little touch of detail there by Broadway Limited. But this nice close coupling doesn't really show the wires, yet the locomotive is clearly coupled to the tender, so I kind of like that easy hook coupling on this locomotive. A new feature for my reviews is to take a Kadee coupler height gauge and check it with the couplers, how they come out of the box. As you can see, this one is almost dead on, like just a teeny smidgen low, but almost dead on. It's near. I haven't decided if we have time to show it in every review, but I am taking an NMRA gauge, standards gauge. It does coupler height and several different things, and I'm checking the wheels. and to see if they're engaged. And I'll show you on this one. Like I said, I don't know if I'll have time to do this for every review. Since this is the first review, we're going to this depth. I'll show you, but every wheel set is engaged. And I checked the tender as well, and same thing. So kudos for to BLI on both the KD coupler height gauge test and the NMRA standards gauge test with the wheels. Alright, we're going to go ahead and apply track power, and we're going to test out a few things. You'll hear sounds. We're going to see how quick Rolling Thunder picks up on the movement and actually syncs to the locomotive. We're going to test out all the sounds, and then we're going to look at one of the handouts in the box, which says that out of the box your model of 261 is equipped with the original 3-chime pull cord whistle sound and a hand-rung bell. But if you prefer to hear sounds accurate for 261 as it sounds today, you can make some CV changes for that to occur. So we'll test that out as well. But let's see how fast the Paragon 3 system picks up on 261. So we'll just simply go to move it real quick. You can also watch for slow speed control, but we'll look at that in more depth later. There goes Paragon 3. Just for reference, we got up to 5 speed steps. There's 1 speed step in reverse. 2, 3, 4. Paragon 3 pretty quick to pick up. Let's listen to some sounds out of the box. You got F0, which handles the headlight, already on. F1, bell. F2, whistle. Got coupler slack, which you can see there by moving. F4, air pump. Got blow down on F5 if it's stopped. And it increases the chuff when it's moving. Looks like I accidentally hit it right there. Turns it on. F8 is obviously mute, which I just showed you. Check F17, which is functions. Functions on F17. Multiple sounds there. So the first option is a 6-chime whistle, which is done by changing CV224 to a value of 1. Changing CV223 to a value of 1 changes the bell to a pneumatic bell. Now we have the 3-chime button press whistle that resides on 261 today by changing CV224 to a value of 2. Lastly, if you hit your F22 button on your DCC controller, toggles the function of F2 between primary whistle and the air horn. So to access the air horn, all you have to do is hit F22 once, then press F2. So here we have that. So I've muted noises. The sound between the subwoofer and the locomotive are very, very loud, and it may have been hard to hear me over that, so I apologize, but trying to capture both sounds at the same time, I couldn't use a lav mic or something, or else you wouldn't be able to hear the locomotive sounds, and etc., etc. So now I'm just going to actually mute the sounds, and we're going to listen to see if there's any locomotive noise, and we're going to move it and check the speed control at slow speed steps. So we'll check 1 here. It's 1 out of 126 speed steps. Locomotive's already responding, and it's responding smoothly. I've got very close eyes on the drivers right now, and it is operating very smoothly with little to no hesitation. I haven't seen any hesitation yet. Just very, very little, maybe right there just for a second. So that's 1 speed step. We'll check 2. 2's even smoother. 3, 4, and 5. Very, very quiet locomotive. So for the folks that don't want to operate with sounds, you can obviously do so and not have a squeaky, creaky locomotive going on here. Reverse, very smooth and quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So excellent motor control, very quiet motor. Now you probably noticed that the smoke had stopped when we were moving along here. It got a bubble in it. You just simply blow down the smokestack and you're ready to go again. Keep in mind that Broadway Limited probably didn't load these things up too much. Just gave you enough smoke to make sure you don't burn out any internal components. So you're going to want to pick up some smoke fluid as well. But there's the operation with the puffing smoke. Still works. It just had a bubble in the stack. Very, very dim light to take a look at the headlight. Also has cab interior lights. The cab interior light goes on when you're stopped, which is a cool feature, and then off when you move. Let's take a look at the headlight here, because to the upper left is the Mars light. Now, in order to get the Mars light to work in DCC, you simply hit F23, which we're going to do now to test that. And there you have the Mars light. Nice fade in and out. And as you can see, Rule 17 lighting as well. And you can see in the background, cab light goes on as you stop and off as you move. So real nice job on the lighting. This locomotive is looking like the complete package here. Here's the cab interior all lit up. As you notice, when the locomotive begins to move, cab interior light goes off. Locomotive begins to move here, and that is a pretty cool feature as well. Very neat from Broadway Limited. Everything they've advertised that I've tested has worked so far, no problems. Well guys, that's a very impressive model. Couldn't really find anything to ding it on. It's heavy as a brick. Has that nice pull test that you saw there, nice weight. The fact that it has the Paragon 3 built in. The fact that Broadway Limited went on site to record sounds and get sounds from the real locomotive. All of this is in the pros column of this locomotive, and I'm not really finding anything in the cons column. So Broadway Limited is doing their thing, and they continue to crank out hit after hit. This was something that was very, very much needed in the HO market. Not produced in plastic, and they filled a major niche there. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I would highly suggest that if you want this, you don't sit there and wait, because they are flying off shelves everywhere, sold out. I'm noticing all over the internet at places. So do what you can to get one before they're sold out. But they did an excellent job. Sorry, my video kind of lacked enthusiasm this time. My energy is draining. This cold is just killing me right now. But I wanted to power through and get this review up for you guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. I'm going to leave you with a run by of the S3 with a few Milwaukee road cars being pulled so you can see it on the layout in action. We'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.